So, this is Blythe Walker teaching Zoe Gray. She's a freshman, music minor and mechanical engineer major. And she started studying with me last semester. All right. So actually one thing I wanted to do was let's start with some stretches and some ideas of like getting our breath moving underneath us. So we want to do like maybe raise your shoulders and drop them. Raise your shoulders and drop them. And then good. Then we're going to put our hands here and here on your back rib and your medium upper abs, and you're going to take a nice breath without thinking in terms of how much air you're taking in, but more the function and the idea of the intake of breath raises the palate, lowers the larynx. So sometimes the vision of the surprise breath can help. So your abdominals go, your lower abdominals tuck up, and your upper middle abdominals do a kind of a outer thing. So, and just feel this feeling of engagement and expansion.
So am I breathing quickly or slow?
Quickly, I think will give you a better idea of the mechanism. So okay. This idea of, yeah, and try not to feel like you're holding it here. Be conscious of any tension in the throat. So it's all coming from here. Yes. Yeah, it's the mechanics of the engagement of the lower breath. Yes. And then feeling that gradual tuck. Good. With that in mind, whoa. Ma, 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 ma. Imagine the sound coming out of you. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Big slides and slurps. Yeah, so this idea that like our head and jaw and everything is totally disassociated from the act of creating a tone. Good. Kind of like that tripod. So let's do some lip trills. Why am I coughing? And so what you want to do is take the breath and let the lips buzz a bit without tone. Don't do what I just did. So watch, I'll demo correctly. Just letting the breath come in, the tone come in on the breath. Yeah. Yeah, it's moving the breath and no reflection in the throat. This is great. You're doing great. Good. Remember that little mechanical moment, no singing at first. Love it. to define what it is that makes the lips stop? Or do you have an
When I get to like a certain low pitch, I think.
Yeah, the breath stops moving through, and there's a tendency to want to place them. So just, if you could just think of your lips as this responding independently almost of the tone. The tone comes through that. You, Miss Mechanical Engineering major, we talked about the Bernoulli effect before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So this is the Bernoulli effect as applied to singing. So we're not going to go up in the air like an airplane. So let's try it here. It takes concentration, doesn't it? Good, I love that. You get all loosey-goosey. Now let's just do some slides, some big sirens. The mechanics of your jaw, rather than drop and back. It's like it's on like a hinge. You can even do that. Go try that. Put your little finger, your hands there. Yeah. Pretty good. Now let your air go forward. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Good, that sounds so good. Let me come over and see how your jaw is doing just from right here. So try that again. See, I can't move your jaw back because it's doing. But it was so. What? So.
How do you do that?
Put your fingers here, and there's like, can you feel that hole? There's a hole when you open up. Now, So you want to find expansion from your jaw joint. So your jaw doesn't. The minute you do that forward jaw thing, everything clamps down. So you want to think. You just move the top of your head.
The top of my head, not like the bottom.
I'm making a little joke because you can't really move the top of your head, but if you can envision it, envision this space here. Goody. I love that you asked me questions. Makes me happy. With the Blythe Walker patented accompaniment.
Okay. Wait. Let's go up and then I'll talk again. Think about a little inner smile and the idea that your lips are maybe creating a little megaphone, and the inside is where ah is. It's called interdiction, dear. That's when I channel my teacher. And feel the air and everything just kind of bubbling in this part of you. Okay. Good, good. Good, that looks so singery. Experiment with the idea of not closing your mouth in between. So the doesn't become part of your mechanism.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes. Right there? Yes. See, awareness is number one. I'm making you laugh. Good. So it's that idea that you take the breath to refresh the mechanism. It's not about adjusting the mechanism. It's refreshing it in that state of readiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's where that, getting rid of all the extraneous mechanical things, the things that have nothing to do with the production of tone or the support, right? So
Yeah.
we've got our engine here, we've got our hinge and lever here, and the job of the throat and the throat muscles, stay out of the way and be free to vibrate. That's what you do. And open, a sense of opening doesn't come with a sense of, it's opened with the air. And, doing, but again, it's not how much air you take in, it's what kind of breath. It's quality versus quantity kind of thing.
So when I'm practicing that, what should I focus? Was there like one thing I should focus on? Because that's a lot of things to think about.
Well, exactly. It's kind of like spinning plates. So, you want to focus in on one thing at a time, but then keep say, okay, I'm going to focus on the intake of breath and staying alive in my breath. So you do that for a while. And then you think, okay, I'm going to keep on doing that. Now I'm going to add this sense of release in the jaw. So you start thinking about more than one thing at a time, because you can, it's just training the brain and the body to start, that's one of the most complicated things about singing, is that there's like this eternal and infinite combination of facets. See how you are? Thank you. Facets, but our goal is for them all to work together. So, but to allow them to ultimately work together, we've separated out into its individual parts. So, but that's such a good question. So, and you always, you finding your sort of your setup, that you don't make a tone without thinking about these things, in the practice room, and but then you practice when you go into your repertoire. You apply the technical coordination things to your repertoire, and it can be in tiny little increments. You can take one tiny little bit and use it as a guide, but it sometimes does seem like it's overwhelming, but then you find yourself, and I've noticed this in you anyway, that you have developed the capacity to think about more than one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Good. Let's do multiple vowels on single pitch. We'll do ma, me, me. Let's do pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Pa. I love the p because the air is always moving. You can't can't hold your air. So we'll do pa, pe, pi, po, po. Good. I love how nice and open it is. Now,
silly syllable.
yeah, it's like the Three Stooges song, mi, me, mo, mi, me, mo. Yes, but it's, that's what we do. And somebody asked me what I do. I teach people to sing 5 notes in a row evenly throughout their range on all their vowels in various combinations of consonant clusters. So that's what we boil it down to. And then we put them all together in all different ways. So this idea, it sounded a little ma, pa. See if we can take that nice openness and bring a tasty dental kind of feeling to it. Pa, pe, pi, re, pa, pe. Gather the air a little bit, whatever that means. Pa, pe, pi, pa, pu. That's good. Let's try it up here and see what happens. Good. Let's do I don't want to do that. Good. Now start from the top. Bring that topness down. Good. And let's put your head on straight. You have like parrot head. Like, I'm listening to myself. You want to always feel this verticality. And this idea of bringing the head voice down as far as it can be. Good. Forgot what I was doing. Good. Now let's see if you can make more lips.
Okay.
Don't you think it's interesting that the mouth is in an O or an U shape, but we're singing the vowel E?
Mm-hmm.
And what makes the vowel E is that the side of the tongue is up on the top teeth.
Yeah, it's not the mouth shape.
It's not, but the mouth shape, we don't want the E to be reflected outside. Like it's not a tight vowel, it's a open vowel. It's a tall vowel. Again, it's that concept of interdiction. I don't know if I ever told you about when we did these experiments in vocal pedagogy. The audience is here, the people listening are over here, and you're facing this way, and you're doing ah, a, e, o, u, and it sounds to the people back here like ah. But when you can see the formation of the vowel and the acoustic upper partials and things are heard, that's what creates the vowel sounds. But it's a roundness and an openness. All right, I'm gonna stop now because we're almost, let's do a little bit more and then I'll stop for just a second.
Okay.
So, okay, let's do, what were we doing? Good. Now don't be like me with a kind of unwarmed uppedness, but let there be a shimmer. You don't want to feel like your pitches are dropping. You want to feel like it's all there. It's all like keep refreshing it into where it was when you first went in the note before. Okay, something I just said resonated with you. Yes, ma'am. This is what we're talking about. Now you add the kinetic connection. You do something with your hand instead of me going like I'm Svengali. All of a sudden you have so much more timbre. You know, it's like things are getting balanced, and we have the nice open warmth and the movement of the air through the mechanism, and the idea that the notes are going that way. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So this is the point at which the accompanist shows up and we start working on repertoire. So I'm going to turn off the recording for a minute, and then we're going to come back with our accompanist and work on Caro Mio Bay.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. Let's see. I will cut this part out. Okay. And then Kimmy's gonna come.